I hope traders and investors alike were green on Friday. And we got some really nice charts. But first, earnings this week. We also added some earnings bots, so we're going to be getting earnings information pumped into the group. So now there will be a lot more available than what I'm able to track. So just a heads up there. This is one of the best weeks of the year. 4 times a year we get this awesome, amazing week of earnings. We get a couple of good weeks, but this is by far one of the better weeks. I mean, look, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, Google, Up, Shop, General Motors, Coke, Bank of America, Cliff, Ford, ExxonMobil, Halliburton, Intel, GE, VLO, Valero, 3Ms, Enthase, Visa, Chevron, McDonald's, CAT, Waste Management, LUV, MasterCard, Pins, BMY, Merck, BIIB, so there's some pharma names, Spotify, X, Kraft Heinz. We got Avi down here. So we got ExxonMobil Friday, Avi. Not a lot going on here on Monday that I see, but I'm definitely staying late some this week. We got Ups, GM, Coke, all these names on Tuesday, big night. Got Wednesday, big night. Thursday, big night, and even some stuff happening on Friday. We don't always get a lot of stuff on Friday with earnings. A lot of times when the market's done on Friday. So let's look at the data. So as we were expecting, no Fed speakers are scheduled to speak. But starting Monday, we got PMI composite. Tuesday, consumer confidence. Wednesday, retail, wholesale. Thursday, GDP. They're going to be looking at numbers like this. The Fed's definitely going to be paying attention to numbers like this. We still got those rumors. It's not yet been confirmed. I would like to see one day to pry into the governor's speeches, but we don't have that. Got personal income on Friday. Got consumer sentiment on Friday as well. So we got a big week earnings, and we got some good data coming in. So we have some catalysts there. Let's go to the charts. So let's start with AMC. We have put in, so we had our downward sloping head and shoulders pattern, put in this nice little flag. We ended up putting in a higher low here. So if we take the 20 out, I'm not bullish until we take the 20 out. MACD's trying to give us some momentum here. If we take the 20 out, I will be looking for more upside there. Has to take that 20 out for me to be interested into it. Wedged in between two moving averages between the 9 and 20. Holding the 9, just need to get above the 20. We have our put to call ratio. So we are right in the neutral zone again. Oscillators for the NASDAQ, 126, a little warm. We got 72 on the New York Stock Exchange, plenty of room to move in either direction. New York Stock Exchange still neutral. The SPX weekly chart, what a move. We were worried about being under this 200. Last week we were able to gap up, back up above. So a nice gap up saved us from having to battle with this 200. We actually gapped back up above the support level and pushed. Heading back towards the 9, this MACD is definitely changing character, showing a little bit of relative strength in the MACD. This is our 80 lines. So we are turning up here. We had this divergence, bullish divergence, signaling a possible up move, bullish move, and now our moving average is pointing in the up direction. That's exactly what we needed to do. The US dollar still possibly, we talked about this, possibly starting to look like a rounded top here. We have broken below the 9 and 20. Watch your 50 for support. If we do pull back, MACD is bearish right now. It's actually a good sign for the market. The VIX, we pushed up to that 35 area. Once again, acted like a wall. We have another chart with a nice cup forming a handle. So we'll see how that works out. But as for now, we are rejected at the 35 area. We have broken below Our short term 9 and 20 moving averages. Next stop would be the 50. This is the 15-minute for the VIX. Called this double close to a triple top on the 15-minute chart and got a nice channel down on that call. Crude, we still got to get above this 9, 20, 50. There's got a wall here of moving averages we need to get above. Not getting much help out of the MACD, not showing any relative strength. It's a little worrisome. So we have a little worrisome for the energy names, not for pump and gas. The New York Stock Exchange. So we have the SPX, and this is our advanced decline lines. We have the New York Stock Exchange pretty flat here. You can see the SPX trying. You can see it's following price. You can still see mid caps and small caps are still a little stronger. You can see where we found a new low here. We never found a new low here. Actually, small caps seem to be a little bit stronger than everything else, and it has a lot to do with them probably being beat down first, because they were a lot of those names were falling, in October, where the market held out. October, November, December, where the market held out and put its high in the beginning of January. Apple, we broke this downtrend, strong candle on Friday. 9's right there, back above the 20. This 9's curling up. Got a decent MACD there. AMD, this has been trading so much weaker than the other names. Just been getting beat up here. MACD is trying to cross. We have pushed right into this downtrend. We're back above the 9, but we have pushed right into that downtrend. Take the 20 out, I'd be a little more interested into it. You can see AMD on the weekly chart. We are back up above this support level, which was acting as resistance. Affirm, still just chopping around. For me to be interested going short here, I need to break below this candle. I need to break below the low, this lowest candle here, so I can move freely. I know there's something there when we pull back. We found something there that stopped price action, some kind of support. So obviously I need to see that support being taken out before I'll go in short on that. Affirm, a 15-minute chart, you can see this nice push, chopped around for a while, even though there was money to be made there, pulled back, but when it started, had a nice rip on Friday. AA, another nice candle, 2 nice days. Look at this volume, had earnings come in last week. Nice move on volume with a follow-through day the next day. Nice MACD on that one. Amazon 15-minute chart, just an amazing move on Friday. Amazon weekly chart, still watching this downward sloping inverted head and shoulders pattern forming. That has not formed yet. AMC, decent day on Friday. You can see the push up here, and we can see that from the daily chart, putting in that higher low. AMD 15-minute chart did have a nice push up, but not as strong as the market. Amazon daily chart looks a lot like the SPY here. You can get a shoulder, a head, like we're waiting to still put this shoulder in down here. You can draw a line just like the SPY, bring it from probably back here, go right across that, right down. This looks like it actually took out that trend line. Still like to see another shoulder being put in there. Apple, big push up here. Huge day on Friday. You can see Apple's weekly chart heading right back up into your 9. So that's an area to definitely keep an eye on. If you want to trade Apple this week, watch that 9. Watch your weekly 9. ARK still down here on the bottom, struggling as well. Looks like we did manage to close back above that 9. Boeing, we've been talking about how this chart has had relative strength, been putting in higher lows. Nice push here. Not super extended from the 9. 9's following price up nicely. You got a nice MACD on it. Bitcoin, weekly, you still got that rounded top there on Bitcoin on the weekly chart. So I changed, I just basically, with the Bitcoin daily chart, I just deleted all the lines, retraced the support and resistance, redid the rounded top. You can see it's looking pretty weak in here. We have not had the strength to come back up here and hit this rounded top yet. Right now it's trading in a descending triangle. I drew this yesterday and it looks like it's tried to break out of that descending triangle yesterday. Boeing, decent push overall. I mean, you know, Boeing was on the rise last week. Decent price action compared to a lot. So you got Build-A-Bear. So sometimes, you know, we've been able to find patterns inside of patterns, and I talk about how I actually like to find patterns inside of patterns. And I actually, when I posted this bottom ascending triangle, I didn't even see this little inverted head and shoulders here. But we are breaking out of this bottom ascending or the small head and shoulders. I just like to find patterns and then be able to find a small pattern, kind of like a launching point. Look at the MACD on there. It's a lot of relative strength in this stock. Look at the strength versus your S&P 500. You're still right on your 9. You're extended off your 9 here. Just showing a ton of strength, a ton of momentum. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. I don't know. You need to check the options liquidity on Build-A-Bear. It's a, far as I know, it's a good stock trader. If it does not have the liquidity in the options that you need to trade, don't worry about it. You got ChargePoint breaking down. I put this little bear flag in last week, broke down out of that. It's worth keeping an eye on. Chewy, this chart's pretty strong here. You got it's not textbook, but you got like an ascending triangle type flag here. Chart looks bullish. MACD strong, showing relative strength versus the market. Chewy 15-minute, you can see the big push here at open, big pullback, and then another big push, then another push. That was at least 3 bullish plays, and you could have got at least 1 nice bearish play out of that one trend and made really good money on all those trends with the IB pumping into it. XLP, you got a bear flag down here, but you got a bullish MACD. I would keep an eye on it. I need to see it break this resistance level for me to have faith into it. Got the 9 rolling up, though. I like seeing 9 following the price action up, showing relative strength in the RSI. Momentum in the MACD. We got crowd. Got a little bear flag here as well. I need to see this line being took out. I'd like it better above the 20. I would like to see some momentum come into MACD as well, but it's holding the 9, so we're right on top of the 9. Chevron, we talked about this inverted head and shoulders last week. Pay attention because we have a few of these. We talked about this last week. Nice push up, nice breakout. CVX 15-minute, you can see the nice push here. I did a video yesterday about how to trade these, how to start making money with these charts. Times are tough. Come in here and you can make some extra money with the right mindset. You can trade these charts and make extra money with them. You can see DBN, inverted head and shoulders. We broke out of that on Friday. Nice setup. I talk about this stock a lot in the Discord. Strong MACD. Strong, you know, showing relative strength here. Nice pattern. DraftKings still holding under this 9. It's trying to get back above this 9. We bear flag, broke out downward out to the bear flag, but as it's gapping down in the mornings, you can see it's coming back to push back, taking price back. XLE, this is the energy sector. You can draw this shoulder straight. You can draw it like this. You don't touch this shoulder, so I went ahead with the upward sloping, which kind of matches the shoulders on it, but we're breaking out. It's not a perfect pattern. You know, we would rather it be level, because anytime it's sloping in either direction, it takes some of the probabilities out of the trade. But we got confirmation there. Nice strong MACD, and we were watching our energy charts. 3 out of 4 of our energy charts that we show, we had patterns on, we got breakouts on. ExxonMobil, big push here at the end of the day, but look how it's kind of topping out. You can see it's finding a resistance level up here. First Solar, still trading in that broadening wedge, still worth keeping an eye on. Showed a ton of relative strength, holding in like this. This MACD is changing character here as well. GME trading in this bottom ascending triangle. You can get a couple. If you ignore that candle, you can follow your down. You can follow your downtrend here, but you can actually see I got a line across the top of that candle. I would feel better seeing it take out that line. Google's another one with earnings this week. It's going to be a big week. We're back above the 9 here. Kind of have to wait and see on that one. The market hasn't been coming for that. Gush. This is not one I'm not a big fan of it because of liquidity reasons, but it is a oil name. It's a 2 times bullish ETF to trade oil with, crude. And we do have an inverted head and shoulders here, matching some of our charts, Qs. So we got this downward sloping, possible. We're going to talk about this. I'm not crazy about that shoulder. I think we need more of an undercut for that armpit, but it's possible if we take this out. Had a nice push Friday, testing resistance. We need to take that out. MACD's trying to cross there. You can see the Qs here, 15-minute. Big push. Qs weekly chart bounced off support the previous week, back above the 200 weekly last week. That's a big move, getting back above that level. 20-year, this is some serious selling and then some serious buying. It was a serious battle there to put that doji candle in. But look at this volume. 2 times, close to 2 times daily average. Would keep an eye on this. Some would say this is capitulation volume coming in down here. I want to look for a follow through off of that heavy bullish volume there. IWM still trading in this possible bear flag. You could move your lines here on the weekly. Watch your 9 and 200. We need to take that out. You can see we pushed up into that 9, 220 and got rejected back below all of them. That's the weekly. This is the daily. We're back above all our major moving averages here. Good volume coming Friday. We should be seeing a follow through day tomorrow. Strong momentum. We're looking for that follow through day on that candle. We will see trade what the market gives us. IWM 15-minute chart. You got this little cup here. Mara, need to take out this downtrend. I like it better above that downtrend. Merck, another one with earnings this week, I believe. Huge move here. Come back, touch that 9, push. Come back, flag back to that 9, push. Look at that MACD, relative strength. Meta, weekly chart. This is just sad. Just sad. Meta daily chart, still above or below the 9 here. We got to get back above those levels. I'm not interested in trading that until it gets above that 20 bullish. We'll be watching for a bearish move if the market pulls back on that one because it's below the 9. So I will take advantage of it being below the 9, where other ones I'll have to worry about it finding support at the 9. That is if the market pulls back. You can even see we didn't trade as strong as the market Friday. MU, this is one of the leaders in the semi sector. Nice little wedge here. We can't really call it ascending triangle because we kept taking this level out and getting pushed back underneath of it. But I like it above this 50, above these levels. So I like MU there. It's another one. Watch for a follow through candle. Nice strong candle. We're expecting to see some follow through. MACD strong, showing a ton of relative strength there. Microsoft, you can see the same pattern we're seeing in everything. Can we count this as a shoulder? We need to take this neckline out. Microsoft, you got a little cup there as well. Microsoft, the weekly chart, you can see we're trading in this broadening wedge right at a weekly resistance level, plus the 9s coming down. So we're coming into some big levels, coming back up into some big levels on these weekly charts. MRO, we had this little flag. The first day we broke out of it was a false breakout, got pulled back into it. Second day, Friday, got a nice strong breakout on that. MACD's bullish there. MU, big strong move on Friday. Look how they come after that one. Good job. I know Frank's been trading that one. Young Frank doing a great job with that. NASDAQ, similar, very similar to the rest of the charts we've been looking at. Netflix, we talked about this. Earnings move, I was able to trade this on earnings and got back in this Bollinger Band and shot right out of it. A lot of momentum there. MACD's opening up. Look at this volume coming in. I don't know how much more of a move this thing's got on it to the upside. I like it better if it holds at 200 tomorrow. Even if it pulls back, I like it if it holds at 200. NVIDIA, a decent day on Friday, pushing up back above your, so we closed here above your 9 and 20. See the difference between this chart and AMD's chart. Decent volume coming in. Got a decent MACD there as well. NVIDIA, you can see a decent push on Friday. NVIDIA weekly, still trading in this descending wedge. Once again, we got coming into the 200 weekly and the 9. Need to take those levels out. Oxy, nice strong push on Oxy Friday. Here we go. Here's Oxy's daily chart. So 3 of our energy names broke out last week, and Oxy sitting here looking a little jealous. It's like I did a video earlier. Go look at CVX and see how that traded, breaking out of that inverted head and shoulders. This is not textbook, but I would definitely keep an eye on that. Definitely. Palantir, nice move on Friday, Thursday, and Friday, back above the major moving averages. We still got to get above this 200. We're back above the 9, the 20, and the 50, all coming in that area. So that's a nice move there. Look for follow through. Look at that strong move. We were able to take out the previous day's high, so that's good. See if we can hold this. That's important. See if we can hold that. If not, it's a level we got to take back out on the way up. You can also see this level here. This is why it's such an important level. It's got more than just that one touch point. Peloton, trading in this bottom symmetrical wedge here, breaking to the downside so far. Keep an eye on that. There's a big battle there as well. You can tell how tight that candle is. Plug, look at this move down off of that bear flag we had last week. Huge move down. Rivian does not want to break. We've been watching this double top and it's eased down. It's still holding in here, holding strong. Roblex got this nice flag here, waiting on that 9 to catch up. Got to take that 200 out. We have a Trader Joe. We have a place around here called Trader Joe. Trader Joe. It's like a souvenir type place down in this city. But anyway, we have a trader that's named Joe who watches this one quite a bit, and that, you know, great job. He's able to come in here and make money, cover calls. He does all different kinds of things with it. He's able to make money with it, and that's what it's all about, is coming in here making money. So we have the SPX. You can see the same pattern we're looking at. Did a video on this with the SPY, the same pattern this weekend. You can check that out. We get more into it. Got a nice MACD cross there. CRM, you got a nice MACD cross back above resistance here. We're into the Bollinger Band, but we are back above the 9 and 20, but here's your 50 as well. CRM 15-minute, a decent push Friday right into this previous fail level, so we need to keep an eye on that. Snell back above, you know, not crazy about this. We got this little contraction area here, expansion. See, keep an eye on this, see if we can get a trend out of this. Back above, well, if you see this little dotted line right here, there's a downtrend coming into it, so we got to watch that. Back above all your major moving averages except for your 200, but back above your 9, your 50, your 200, or your 20 right there. Coming into that 200, though, if we do decide to push, you need to keep an eye on that, your daily 200. SoFi, we're starting to print here. Not crazy about that price action. A nice push up, but we're just starting to print a little bit. Like, I'm just not crazy about that. SoFi's got a huge level here. It's got to take out. There's a huge resistance level. It's only going to test it for so long before it breaks down. SPY weekly, nice move up last week. Once again, watch your 9 on your weekly is coming down on it. Nice close last week. So you can see your right shoulder, your head didn't draw the shoulder. The 9's kind of giving us the roundedness right there we need to show us the shoulder. MACD is positive. MACD looks good. Look at this huge move Friday. And this is your 15-minute, right into your 15-minute 9. I was able to take it back. And once it took that 9 back, it come back and retested there. And that's your 15-minute 9. You could have took entries right off of that. All right, so this is our trend chart. I got the idea from a different trader who was doing this with a farther out with a weekly chart, and I decided to play with the settings on it. And I've been tracking this daily chart for about 15 months, and so when we do, seems like right here you got a inverted head and shoulders. Now we didn't get a big move out of it, but we were able to get a decent move. We got it again. We got this possible shoulder here, so it's just something to keep an eye on. And either way, medium or short term and medium term is now bullish. Square, Square's just, it's not really doing anything, chopping around, trying to power back above, still below the 20, trying to power back above the moving averages, not seeing much in that MACD. So I took this from the bear trend, the bear watch list. So you can see, now this is the Qs. Now we looked at the Q. This is SQQQ. Now we looked at QQQ, and you can see the possible the inverted head and shoulders there. But you can look at this as a shoulder, a head, and you got this funky shoulder here. The same thing on the bottom. So you can see the reverseness into the bears, your bear ETF. So if the market pushes up, and let's just say you would rather trade short, look here. There's your trend line or your neckline. You're looking to take that out. We're going to look at this as a broadening channel. Either way, I just wanted to point out the head, the shoulder, the same funky pattern going on. That's just not quite right going on with the QQQ is happening with the SQQQQ, and you can see that in multiple bear ETFs versus regular ETFs. The XLK, the technology, is pretty much shoulder, head, it's a little funkiness right here, but we have taken this downtrend out, and we're trying to work our way back up. We're back above our 9 and 20, got this 50 up here, but MACD showing relative strength. We're set for a move here. Tesla holding this weekly support. So we were watching this diamond. It's just been bouncing around, still closed under the 9. This MACD, this can go either way. We're seeing a change in character. Look at the where your RSI was at, below your 30 line, coming back up. So this could pinch, but we're looking weak. As long as we're under that 9, I'm bearish. I mean, that's just the way it is. TLT weekly, and I like Musk. It's nothing personal. It's just the chart's bearish, and I'm here to make money, and there's opportunity there. So you can see TLT weekly chart, big pullback here. By the way, that little bear chart that we've been watching, that TBT is on fire. Why? It's just made an impressive run. The Chinese bear ETF has made another one. It's made an impressive run. The TSLQ has made an impressive run. That whole chart, while the market's been pulling back, that whole list has been on fire. Plenty of money to be made there. Now you can see Tesla here, a big push up on Friday. It did take your 15-minute 200 out. Twitter, we broke below the 9. MACD looks like it's possibly wanting to roll over there. Definitely wanting to cross. Uber, we got a nice descending channel break last week out of this for Thursday and Friday. Let's keep an eye on this. If we do push, we got to watch our daily 50 up there around that 29.01. Remember, your moving averages are moving targets. They move daily. May not be by but a couple pennies, depending on the stock and the range of the stock, the momentum of the stock, the strength of the stock, the weakness of the stock. It all depends on how the candle moves, of how much it's going to move, what time frames you're looking at. But make sure you're checking. Don't write your 9 where your 50 was on Monday and expect to play that same area on Friday. It just doesn't work like that. You got to put in the work. UNG, just look at the daily chart. It tells the story. Just getting hammered there. Free falling. Upstart, putting in, we had this little cut we were watching, looking for a breakout. Got us a small push up, and that was it. Now we got a rounded top up here. Trading weaker than the market. Upstart here, you can see the recovery pushed up, wasn't even able to take out the opening candles. X, another one, I believe has earnings this week. Strong move, breaking out this little base down here, a little cup, a little rounded bottom, breaking above your major moving averages. We still have the 200 up here. Wells Fargo weekly chart, we're still putting in a higher low on the weekly. That's a good sign. You can see Wells Fargo here, nice move up Friday. I like Goldman Sachs. I like JP Morgan. Nothing wrong with Bank of America or Wells Fargo, but it just seems like those other two are a little bit stronger. All right, so we got Walmart here trading in a descending triangle, broke to the upside, back above your major moving averages there. And nice candle, so keep an eye on that one as well. The banks, you can always play the XLF. Instead of trading an individual bank, nice push up, strong candle. We're a good ways from that neckline still. MACD's bullish. ExxonMobil, there's the break out of our little symmetrical triangle, our little pennant there. Nice push up, strong MACD. That was on our watch list. This is XOP. This is the exploration, gas and oil exploration ETF. This tracks that industry, and you can see the inverted head and shoulders. This is tradable with options. And that concludes our charts for today. Remember, your key to success is discipline. I can't stress that enough. See you in the trading room.